Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for hosting the public workshop this evening. We truly appreciate it. We're very, very excited to be here. Half a day to everybody on behalf of the advisory consultant team. I do want to state that, yes, the governor does extend his apologies. He is at an event this evening. It is a fundraiser event for the Museum of Guam. So unfortunately, it was identical timing of conflict. So thank you very much, Mayor, for providing the opportunity to present his speech on our behalf and introducing us. The opportunity for me now to introduce the task managers that are leading the major projects that are part of the advisory consultant team. You heard Mr. Rick Rust. He is the task manager for the planning services, which is the umbrella of the contract that we have. He's going to be focusing on the compatibility study. Go to the next slide, please. The compatibility study. So you'll hear it called the Compatibility Sustainability Study, or a CSS, or just a compatibility study. The bottom line is it will be focusing on looking at how the military and the territory of Guam can coexist on the same island sustainably and with striking a balance between making sure that you provide your culture and preserve your culture, protect your quality of life, and make sure you have an economic development viability within your community, as well as balancing the preservation of the military mission. Second, our task manager for the environmental services is Mike Rapla. He's in the black here. Mike is going to be the leading the services that will provide public outreach and enhance the public awareness in regards to the National Environmental Policy Act, and provide the summaries that will be easy references of the 11-page military buildup Draft Environmental Impact Study. In addition to providing the summaries, we'll be holding additional workshops similar to this while the DEIS, the Draft Environmental Impact Study, is going forward, and providing you additional information and providing the opportunity to answer questions if you have any. And third, we have the fiscal umbrella of our contract. That's led by Lon Hadamia, who's in the back here. We're going to be taking the opportunity, he's going to be leading the project that focuses on evaluating the fiscal impact that's generated from the military buildup. So we'll be looking at your baseline fiscal health of the government and the impact of how the government can go forward and pay for the different community projects that will be related to the buildup. So those are the three key areas. Tonight, we're going to be providing an overview of what the compatibility study is. So we'll be doing two things underneath the compatibility study. We're going to be presenting and educating in regards to what the 24 compatibility factors are that we're going to be assessing and assisting all of you and looking to all of you to provide input into that study. And secondarily, we're going to be focusing on the second portion of the orientation, providing you an orientation of the National Environmental Policy Act, NEPA, and in hopes to prepare you for the public comment of the draft environmental impact statement. With that said, it's really important for all of you to understand that we are here, not on behalf of the Department of Defense. We are here on behalf of all of you. We are hired to assist the citizens of Guam, and the governor thought it was extremely important to hire on additional technical experts to reach out to all of you and to make sure that you have all the tools in your hands in regards to the military buildup to understand it, to provide input, and to develop the vision of shaping the future together. As he would say, there really is only one island, and we need to learn how to live together develop a vision together, because there's only really one future. So, on that note, before we get started, I'd like to introduce a very special guest that we have this evening. We have the privilege of having our CEO of Matrix Design Group to be with us on Guam, and his name is Mr. Dan Schneff. He's to my left here. Dan brings an abundance of expertise to this team. He is nationally renowned in regards to assisting communities across the U.S. that have similar impacts from the military, either impacts on the growth side as well as on the closure side. In addition to the experience, he has had the opportunity to testify in front of Congress for a number of those communities, successfully providing a foundation and a compromise to go forward for all of the communities. So I'd like to welcome Dan and present that he is not only our CEO, he will be working with us throughout the process and on each of these projects. So we are very privileged to have him as part of our team. The three key task managers, I'm going to go back to the three key task managers. You heard a great deal about my expertise through the speech of the governor. What I'd like to do at this time is just reinforce that Ron, Mike, and Rick have 25, 30 plus years of experience, also award-winning projects of which they've managed and have led in regards to communities who are faced with the same impacts from the military growth and closure as well. So I'm very pleased to have all three of them as part of my team this evening. On that note, I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Rick Rust and start on the compatibility study.